And it's not like a regular key. It's like it's weird. I'll have to explain it on another show. But anyway, so, and of course, listen, I owned him on and off for the past 14 years. And I gotta say, he was probably the best slave I've ever had. I had a couple of bullshit things with him, but not anything like other things I've encountered. So, basically, so anyway, the whole thing with the collar, he was very obedient. And, he had said that when I was branding him with the branding iron, all he could think of is like, wow, how people, this was like around the time that like 50 Shades of Grey kind of came out, So he was like thinking, well, while I was branding my MC69 into his flesh, he was like thinking, wow, I smell my skin cooking. This is what he had said to me afterwards. Of course, in a very subservient position on his hands and knees in front of me, looking down until he addressed me properly. And, it's kind of interesting. I think the older slaves and submissives are the most obedient. You think, because they know they've been in the lifestyle a very long time. So it's kind of interesting, right? So, there's all these different things. And so, yeah, he's been very obedient. And so the funny part of the story is that he was like, besides smelling my skin cooking, I could think of how we watched 50 Shades of Grey and how soft it was compared to the shit you do to me. So, and I said, yes, but you consent to that. And he goes, of course, mistress. He goes, I am the masochist for the perfect sadist. That's what he had said. There was times that I'd taken him to BDSM events up in upstate New York. I had this friend, Lady Candace, she's retired, and she was like one of the people who ran Apex, which is Albany Power Exchange. And she had said to me once, she's like, oh, bring, I'm having a big party at the warehouse and, fetish event, bring whoever you want to bring, and blah, blah, blah. So I said, okay. So I bring Slave Paula there, and I make him strip down completely naked in the dungeon, and everyone is watching me. I string him up, or actually restrain him to the St. Andrew's cross that she had in there, but I had him face to the cross, not away from the cross. So there was a reason for that. Because that night I was going to use my signal whip and my dragon tail and a couple of other new implements Mistress had gotten a hold of for my arsenal. And I figured, what a great way to break in my new play toys is by using it on Paula in the warehouse dungeon party for everyone to see. Because, I've done like needle play demos and different types of kinks and fetishes for people to watch. Like somebody had like a nipple fetish, but they enjoyed watching me put needles in the nipples, which was kind of interesting. And I had a woman ask me once, and I actually took needles and crisscrossed them right in her frickin' nipple at the warehouse in Apex, right? So they're used to me kind of putting on a show there, kind of, so to speak, or doing a show for them. And so she tells me we're going to do this party. So we go to this, she has this big party, and I have Paula face away. He's like facing the cross, and he's restrained arms and legs, and there, he's got cuffs on with like clips that hook to these like O-rings. So he's basically bound to this cross, is a good way to put it. And the whole time he's bound to the cross, he turns his head to the side and he goes, Mistress, may I ask you a question? And he sounded so, like, at first scared, which I thought. But then I'm like, wait a minute, he's a pain slut. So I go on over to him. I said, yes, Paula, what do you want? He goes, make sure you hit me extra hard today. That's what he said. I said, okay. So, mind you, at the time, I was like 33. And he was like 62, okay? So he's, 30-something years older than me, right? The math. Mistress was never good at math, so figure out the fucking math, people. So basically, it was like something to do like that. And then, I have a brain dysfunction. I had to take a break. I'm like running out of oxygen. I'm talking so fast. Between my coffee and being stoned early, oh my God. I'm saying to myself, of course you all know that I smoke because I've talked about it on the show many a times in the past. The only difference is I'm not sitting and smoking while doing the show now. So, because, my family doesn't allow that in their house. So, I'm not allowed to do that, So, okay, so now, of course, a different kink and fetish is, and here's the thing. Paula had a fetish for being whipped. He also had a fetish for pain. And he was considered probably one of the most masochistic slaves I've ever owned in my life. I literally took needles and put needles in his back. I did a needle corset. I branded him with a fucking branding iron. A violet wand. I shocked his, I did a violet wand sounding with one of the attachments on one of my violet wands. It goes down like the pee hole. So I put the wand down there and I turned it on and shocked him from the inside out. He seemed to enjoy it though. I mean, he actually purposely got a Prince Albert and some other piercings. So I think he had 2 Prince Alberts. Because at the time he wasn't circumcised. This was my older slave and he needed to pull the skin back so Mistress can torture him. So he went and got circumcised and then put the piercings back in. And then he was fine. But he's 73 years old, and he still has 2 Prince Alberts. He still has my branded ownership, I guess, tattoo on him. I did it myself, which is kind of cool. And, but again, this is beyond 50 Shades of Grey. This is what I was trying to say earlier. It's great that, they brought that in, but my source of domination is totally different than 50 Shades of Grey. If they were to do this kind of shit on 50 Shades of Grey, it would have to be labeled like R or, X, depending on whatever category you think it falls under. Which is kind of interesting if you think about it, right? So think about it. Now, a kink is something that turns you on, where a fetish is something that you need in order to get turned on, right? So Paula, and I'm going to use him as example, Paula he wasn't into the lifestyle for the kink. He was an exhibitionist, and I love that about him because, of course, I'm an exhibitionist, being that I'm a Leo, and I'm fucking wild child, is what my friends used to call me when I was younger. And the wild child in me, I guess, I don't know, can or can't be tamed depending on the situation. But because I'm a dominant, it's hard for me to, again, shut that off. So Paula had a fetish for be in pain. He loved being in pain. And let me tell you, there was a time where... Oh, hold on a second. Hello? Hello? Oh, what's going on with my stupid phone? I hate when this happens. Are you there? I can't hear you. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, hi, Sir Lorenzo. How are you?
I didn't see your show was on. You still live?
Yes, I'm still live. Yeah, I'm about 36 minutes in. I sound much better, I guess, today. I'm actually at my family's house, which is kind of cool. And I hung out with my nephews earlier and smoked a big fat joint with them, so I'm nice and relaxed. And I'm drinking coffee doing my radio show, so that's my therapy. How's that?
Yeah, well, I saw it was live. I just wanted to check in and say hello.
Oh, hello. I actually was talking about you earlier.
Oh, yeah?
I was telling...
Tomorrow.
What's that?
No.
You'll listen to it tomorrow, yeah. So I was talking about, how there's old school BDSM, as a brief discussion on it, and about how old guard and that type of stuff and protocols, and it's kind of interesting how the some of the newer stuff, because you'll have to listen to the show and you'll get it. I'm not going to give you the whole description.
Yeah, but I understand. I know, and I know how frustrating it is, to back and watch.
Oh, it's crazy. On. I know, right? God.
Yeah, that's gotta be tough.
Exactly. Exactly. So how's things in your BDSM section over there in D.C., or is it Atlanta where you guys from?
Yeah, D.C. back, Atlanta and D.C. back up and down.
Oh,
everything's going pretty good,
Oh, that's good. Are they going to do DomCon this year in Atlanta like they did in the past?
No, DomCon, they just had one in L.A. and then I think in New Orleans.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
In October.
Gotcha.
Got Exotica, Miami in July.
Right. When's the one that they do in Edison? Do you know the date for that yet?
It's October.
Yeah, give me the dates, because actually I'm planning to go with actually some friends, and my friends are kind of vanilla, some of them, and of course Mistress is going to be her normal, usual self at Exotica, which is awesome, and I'm going to be doing the show live from there, like I did last year.
Okay.
So you'll have to...
In Jersey,
in Edison.
Yeah, October 21st to 23rd.
Oh, 21st to the 23rd? Okay, awesome. Awesome.
December 2nd. What?
Oh, what's that?
The one in D.C. will really...
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to go to the D.C. one. I'll probably just go to the Edison one. What'd you say it was? October what? 21st to the 23rd?
Yeah, 21st to the 23rd.
All right, awesome. Hee. I got a plan for that now.
Should be fun. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I should be well rested by then. I could wear heels by then, so it'll be perfect.
The neck will be all right by then.
What's that?
I said the neck will be okay by then.
I think so. I mean, it actually was hurting a little bit today, I have to say. And it hasn't hurt in a long time, probably a couple of weeks. But, yeah, I don't know. So I think I don't know it's weird. I've been sleeping kind of with a different pillow. I'm supposed to use a cervical pillow, but it's been actually hurting my neck. So I went back to using a regular pillow, which I fall asleep immediately now. I wasn't tossing and turning before. So, I don't know. I guess I have to get used to it. I actually did that. I had the appointment the other day, and they took an X-ray, and I have like 3 or 4 screws in the back of my neck, and you could see where the disc was open. They replaced the whole disc in there. You could see it. It's pretty interesting. I'll have to send you a picture.
In October, yeah. When you do your show in October, the same time, like on a Friday night, to do it, or Portugal.
Yeah, I of course, I would do it at 10 o'clock. Yeah, the same night from Exotica.
On Friday? Or Saturday?
You know what? It doesn't matter. Why? Are you only going one day or something?
No. I'll be there all 3.
Oh, I don't know. I may decide to do a show all 3 nights. Who knows?
Oh, okay.
Because I have a little bit more free reign this time.
Yeah.
So, what's that?
I think you'll have a crew with you, so that'll be...
Yeah, I'll have a crew with me, exactly, which is kind of cool, so... I have a bunch of my friends, and some subs and stuff, so, like, my old slave, Paula, he said he would come with me, and I was like, oh... He's like, I haven't been to one in years, I've been dying to go. He used to go with me a lot, actually, in the past.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's going to be great.
Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be good. So,
definitely. All right.
Well, thanks for calling in. I appreciate it. Oh, but mucho hugs to you. And tell Casey I said hello and I miss her, and she's got to come back on the show soon.
Yeah, we'll take care of that.
Oh, I saw her real quick. I saw you guys in the ASN Awards again. They're doing the next set of, the next set, I guess. How many times are they doing that?
Yeah, this is awards that you can vote for now until June 30th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm up for Best Social Media influencer.
I know you are. You're